All right, everybody, once again, it is your favorite avian enthusiast, Bird Fever, coming at you. Gonna do a point of view review of Unstoppable, one of the hot new members of Sky. I haven't got to play with him as much as I would like to because I haven't gotten to play that much this season. But I know he's well known for a really great waterway game, so I was really excited to see this. This is a cast of a stream a couple of weeks ago in a scrim that we did versus LMBO. So smoke them if you got them. Let's check it out.
2, 1, go.
Yeah, we don't need the game volume. Nope. Little misdash there. That happens. Like all my reviews, I'm going to be aggressively critiquing. A couple of notes. So after missing that dash, I think as soon as he got a dash, maybe popping up on, like right here, as soon as you realize, like, I missed that dash and somebody else got the button, as soon as you get a dash, maybe popping up here just to give you a little bit more view of things. Be able to do a little bit of pistol sniping, just keeping that pressure forward. One of the things I notice a lot of players switching over from pubs to league matches is there's this constant pressure you need to be creating. Your team, as a team, almost that constant forward pressure. And, just even having you up in a sniping spot can really go a long way sometimes when you're waiting. It's a really fine balance on waterway, like whether or not to come out too fast and not have dashes or wait too long. But, I really like waiting in kind of these sniper spots, and then the one that's like a little off to the right here seem to be pretty good spots. And then I don't know if engaging on this rail here in just a second was the best idea. That was a good move to get away from. You had the dash, you double check to make sure you're not following him. I really like that move. But then jumping up here and then seeing this guy here, this is going to be a really hard fight to take right now, just because if you look at this guy, like, there's just not that much of him available compared to Unstoppable's entire body is able to be sniped. Should take a second here. This is the first time ever joining my channel or watching this. This is HyperDash. It is a 5v5 virtual reality arena shooter. It's the best game in the world, and essentially what I'm doing here is just doing little breakdowns of point of views, trying to add some tips for people that are trying to get better at the game. I was really lucky early on. A lot of people, I'm going to shout out Tor tonight, were really generous with their time and really taught me a lot. So I'm just trying to pass that down in a way that's easy for me. Logging in the game over and over is tough. So I encourage anybody that's got any tips to share, put them on video. It makes it really easy to share with everybody, and then you're not running into the telephone game. So back to it. So yeah, right here, I don't love taking this fight. We don't get to see how many dashes he has, unfortunately, but maybe either waiting to have a second dash to be able to dash out of there, or using that second dash if it's available to get out of here. This is a tough fight. Maybe if you get that first shot, take it, but then dip out of there. The guy knows you're there. Good headshot, not juice. All right, we got a bad guy in our base. Looks like he's cleared out. Yeah, this rail riding right here is definitely tough. A lot of times in pubs, I notice that's really hard to get a sniper set up, just because if there's one or two good players on the opposing team and there's not a team defense set up, it's easy for those guys to break in and take your snipers out. Whereas when you're playing a better team, they're better snipers and they have their team pushing out, so they're a little bit more wary. They know when you're coming to try to attack them, so they stay alive a little bit longer. So any rail riding to me in league matches is something I'm always trying to work on doing less to none of, especially on waterway and like this rail here, this rail here. If you're riding either of these two high rails, you are so easy to get picked off from this very common sniper spot. And if somebody's worth their salt, they will get you pretty quickly. But in this match, there's nobody up there right now, so it definitely changes, like where, like this spot's wide open to the sniper. You can see the sniper right there. That first spot was pretty wide open to the sniper. So something that I think about all the time is how can I isolate my opponents? So like I want to be fighting them one-on-one. Even a one-on-one fight, you're taking a dice roll. Ideally, you want to get behind your opponent and kind of take it take advantage of them when they can't fight back. But, you know, then the next best thing is a 1v1. But then, you know, going worse and worse, you know, right now this sniper could be shooting him. This guy could be shooting him. I think this guy's going away. Oh, no, this person's coming up. Oh, that person was going away. So, yeah, you know, a rotating group of 3 people. You're shooting at the one that's running away, and the other 2 guys are shooting at you. Really nice kill. That's not to say you can't outplay him. You know, sometimes you're just fast enough that you can get away with that stuff. But then I really like this move to here. You know, I think this is a good move. You saw the sniper. Now moving in this position where the sniper can't get you. I would just, you know, just assume in most games that there's going to be those snipers and just do my very best to move in positions that are hard to see. So if you got like a back position, you know, when the sniper is here's some really good position. You can kind of tuck right up on this wall right here, and they can't get you because the wall protects you. Behind this is a good spot. Up here is a good spot because you can peek out and fall. You can jump up here and fall. And then behind B is a really good spot. So all 3 of those spots, you can dash from one to another. You can chain them, and you're going to always be out of range of that sniper and be able to deal with people in one-on-one situations. All right, so good kill on dash hole. Pops up to a safe spot. Sees Cheech hit it. I would say here, yeah, instead of rushing for it, they did a really good job of just backing up. That was a really nice move by Cheech, kind of knowing that they might be coming. But since it wasn't a countdown, maybe not going for the button right away and just dealing with that person right away might have been the move, because, yeah, Cheech gets a nice pick. There in the base. I would definitely say take a minute to work on some routes of just getting out of base into the button as quickly as possible. Sorry to scroll all the way back here. But yeah, so we know they've got our button. They're getting a countdown. I just think this whole movement to this path up here. So 1, 2, and then usually the third jump is like up onto these like platforms here, because there's the 2 bars that kind of run like here and here over your head. Jumping up to those, turning around, and then you can either fall down if there's somebody fighting you, or you can dash to the button from there. So those are 2 really nice. Yeah, that spot that you missed just a little bit. Yeah, I would just practice that more so it becomes more natural. You can kind of do it without looking. One really small note here is I would just try to get to this edge as quickly as possible. I would just be walking there the whole time. This kind of like little bit of back and forth, it's not really getting anywhere, but being on this edge will allow you to see if there's any bad guys down here. But comms could also be doing that too. Oh, there was a guy down there, I think. Did you get shot back there? You grabbed this. Yeah, I lost a little bit of health there. Yeah, so that's tough. You're in a hurry. I mean, the only maybe option was like dropping back here and then jumping to the side. Or, you know, honestly, if you're riding that rail, I like jumping up on that platform down here, because then you can like fall down and be shooting as you're falling down. That's also a nice option. Oh, nice shot. Dang, nice 2K. So one thing I really like about this is I like how you got any action right away. So 1, 2, and then you see Snarple's getting the dash. So now you're just kind of assessing the situation. You got eyes on those guys. Great charge shot. See the other guy coming up. Some good things. And Spud was just in a good position. I mean, I don't necessarily... Yeah, he fell from there. I didn't even see him. That was outside your range. So yeah, that was a really good 2K in the base. That definitely helps out. There. I was wondering, yeah, that's a great route right there. You're able to assess. You have options. It seems like you know the routes. I would just keep practicing those. That was a good route. Don't love this rail riding here, especially if they had snipers. But, you know, if we're pushed up, okay, yeah, especially since we just scored there. I take that all back. Anytime that we're doing you can be way more aggressive. What the heck, Siri? I need you right now. Take it back. That was a great time to ride the rail. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. And like I say in every video, you know, take everything I say with a grain of salt. That was Sky's problem. We should have called that out. We should have known our rollouts. We shouldn't have had two people going for button. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't even the sniper, but riding rail is a good way to die. I like it when we've got all the buttons pressed. You know, like a lot of people say, there's a time and a place for everything, but I don't think there's a lot of times and places for riding the rails when we don't have a lock on things. Took a little bit of damage there. Right there, it would have been a really nice opportunity. Like right here, your next move. Oh, I guess there is. But yeah, you see Luger come down. Just replace him right up there. Because then that allows you to see the whole battlefield quickly. But still, so like right now, you're looking to the left. So you're kind of like, okay, I see all of this. You could jump up here where all of this would be in your blind spot. But you already checked it from this side. So now you're up here, and now you can look at this direction. So you're kind of parsing the map kind of one chunk at a time, but still staying very much in cover. Yeah, a little peek out there is not bad. It kind of does a similar thing. We need to get better about calling out who's going for button. All right, we're missing our base right now. 3 guys in our base. What I don't love about this position right here is it's super reactionary, especially with us just needing one more button that's in our base. And the same thing for, oh, I'm not sure who this is. I guess if we get the countdown, it's not a bad spot. But since we have a person waiting to hold the button down on countdown, I would love to see Unstoppable move to like this corner maybe, or this corner, and then just be able to watch the dash going this way. You know, if you're able to restrict the team's dash when you're holding them in there, it's such a game changer. Because then they can't flash out of their base and get to B. They have to go out with 3, which leaves anybody at B with a really easy kill on them. So yeah, just kind of like pinning them in their base, taking their resources from them. You know, again, I think the team-based game is so much about being aggressive. I do think there's times for like subterfuge and sneakiness, but I think that's usually at like very specific occasions, like when we don't have the spawn advantage on not a control point, but a payload. Or, you know, like on this one, like if you're the only person in the base, definitely be a little sneaky. But we see 2 people, we're only missing 1 button. Be aggressive. Nice dash work there on the button. I like that move, gets you wide open. This one brings you in. You know, he just didn't turn that fast. My only small critique, okay, let me make one small critique here because I've been thinking about this a little bit myself. So now, I like that you hit the button knowing that he would look at you and then you did a flip dash. But if you look at where he's looking right now, he's off to the right. But I guess if he turned around, it's almost like you either have to give him a second to turn this way, in which he might get you. Or I wonder if like dashing this direction would be better. Because even if he like looks... So like right now, if we're making like an angle, he's starting here, he's kind of looking this direction. If he wanted to look back at you, he's looking this direction. So now you have this triangle here. So it's almost like that triangle points in the perfect direction where if you dash, he's going to have to do his biggest turn possible. So like somewhere in this corner, in my opinion, might have been the ideal. Even like right here, because then you could fall off the back, would be a super ideal place. Because he just got lucky. He didn't react to your first dash enough, and when you dashed back, you were still kind of just in his view. I've been trying to think about that a lot. Like, how can I get a natural reaction just to dash in the least available place to look? Yeah, not... That was still a super solid play. One more in the base. Nice charge shots. Great aim. You bodied him with those. Yeah, and then like right here, just again a little bit passive. You know, you're in a good spot. You're not available to the sniper, but again, right now you're looking back when we're pushing forward. I really think, you know, a spot like this and then facing towards their base would be a little bit more advantageous here, especially now that you have Sage Birdie here. Now you got like 2 people, so definitely I would try to press that advantage a little bit and be able to back her up if she takes an engagement. Oh, a little bit of misdashing there. Super low on health. Oh, wow. I don't think Spud had his hands up on that one. Yeah. Bow, you whopped him. That's why you always got to keep your hands up and ready to fire. Nice. Like how you dash over to the health and just take advantage. That's just good instincts right there. It's like, all right, based on like where you're looking, you know, maybe the only thing to make this a little bit more advantageous is to dash up here so then you can fall on it. But I like that you got out of his sight for a minute. You broke the line of sight. You got over by the health. He dropped on you. It's like, doesn't matter. I'm picking up health. Ooh, nice double dash. I really like that. Let's go back and look at this whole thing. So right there, you know, I think that you could have done a lot of the same stuff just over here a little bit more, and then you could tuck in. And I feel like I'm harping on this a lot, but, you know, it's just like those little tiny adjustments that really will open up the game for you. Because it's like you're making so many good plays, but imagine if like you could just string a couple more together just by like really good spacing. Because against a better team, they will catch you in this open spot now and again. But, you know, I think our team and again, I could be wrong. We could have incredible comms right now, and you just know that everything's safe. So you're pushing in. We're getting a countdown. Great kill on him. And this is just perfect timing. You know, these guys were just ahead of you by just the right amount of time. Boom. Double dash to get the button. Dash away. Quick kill on Cheech. And then a nice double dash just to get out of the way of Spud. Grab the health. Grab the dash. Ooh, all right, nice finish there. I think maybe a dash away from him behind him might have been the move, though. Yeah, because then you were super weak for Spud. I think one more dash at the end of that. So, like, you grab this. You know you've got 5 right here. You know that he dashed up. Most likely he's got 3 because he didn't grab the top dash. So you're up here, and you see him. Boom. This is a standoff. This is Wild West stuff, you know. Take 30 paces, turn around, and shoot. He knows you're coming up for the button. They just had a countdown. And now he knows right where you're going. And you're just going to start shooting at each other. Does a little duck move. Dash with the move. You do pick him off here. You do take quite a bit of damage. So I wonder if, like, he knows you're going to the button. So either A, don't go to the button. You know, dash hard to his side here. Or, you know, again, like he's got the triangle. He thinks you're going to go here. So now you're drawing the triangle. It's pointing back that way. You can't really get to that. So the next 2 closest spots are either way back here or to the side here. Or an option I think would work really good is hit that dash and then dash behind him again instead of taking the fight right there. Your charge shots and your accuracy are so strong. I think one more dash and then just getting that little bit of peekers on him might have been the move there. And then, yeah, Spud comes up and gets you. Talked about how I feel about the rail riding. They weakened you up and caught you on that one. You know, I think that was one of the first times that they've... Not the first time, but one of the first... Okay, yeah, that was. I was about to say, that's the first time I've seen a sniper there. Caught you a little bit. And then a couple quick charge shots by Dashel. I guess those charge shots would have got you either way, so... Good move by Dashel either way. Oh, wow, yeah, you were taking shots from 3 different people here. And I think that's my problem. You know, you got this guy, and this guy. You know, if you move from someplace like, you know, here, and there are 3 people shooting at you, it's only 3 people shooting at 1/2 of your body. So it's like 1.5 people shooting at you. And then, you know, you can dash down to the main rail, dash behind this barrier, or dash up to the barrier on B over here, or dash into the spot right here. That's usually pretty safe, but it looks like it's getting rocketed right now. Limbo. You guys and your heavy weapons. You guys are wildcats. But yeah, I just think that riding the rail here really got you caught. I would really advise it. to anybody really, you know, to not be riding rails unless you really have a good reason or you know you're safe, like there's a countdown going on. All right, so yeah, looks like we knew that they were pushing up, so that one worked out really well. One person on B. I like the dash, or the button and the dash away. Yeah, there's enough of sky on here that we're just turning them all around and getting easy picks. That's one of the coolest things, like when you can get a couple of players and you can get the other team turned around, so you're just shooting them in their back. It's so easy. Nice pick there. Double dash. Ooh, I like that. Right? That was great. Bop. Dashes up. Hits the button. Looking here. Might be looking here. We got the triangle. Almost perfectly behind him. Within a couple of, 30 degrees. That was great. There's no way Cheech is making that turn. And especially because you're jammed up in the corner here. Where's Cheech going to go? Either here or continue the dash up, on the bridge up there. And both times you're going to be able to follow or dash somewhere competitive. So that was really great placement right there. Nice little button hit. Dashes out, making sure there's no one around. Nice pick on Juice. See, I really like that spot right there. It's keeping you super in the fight. It's like right here. This is like a cheeky spot sometimes to wait like right here, or there's like just a little bit in the corner right there. But again, I don't like either of those spots because they're not aggressive. I like the jump up here. What I like about waiting up here as opposed to almost any other place is it gives you, especially against people that are spawning, a really nice dash advantage. They have to dash 2 times to get down to this floor here, and then a 3rd time up here. So if you just see one person that, they're most likely down to 1 at the most dashes. So you can get really aggressive when they fall. Push your dash advantage if you have 5, especially if you just picked up the dash and just, wipe them out. One thing I've been thinking a lot about lately, and I learned this from a lot of the best Rocketeers, watching cats like Dark Moon, watching .com, Rapscallion. They're always shooting and then moving. They never wait to see if their bullets hit, because if you wait, that's when you can get picked off. And I think that can apply to the pistol game really, really well. Especially in high-stakes scenarios, shooting, and if you miss, just get the hell out of there. And if you make it, get the hell out of here. So after the shot right now, if you would have dashed back or, dashed here or dashed up here or, even over here and then reassessed and looked down, this next shot that comes at you would have missed. Oh, wait, did they shoot you from the side over here? Oh, yeah, I think they shot you from... But anyway, let's pretend that this guy got the headshot on you, shoot at him and then just dash out of there. Shoot, dash, shoot, dash. Everybody's a Rocketeer. I like this positioning. I like that you're waiting for dash and keeping the pressure on the team. Because it's like if you're waiting for dash and not keeping the pressure, they're just going to absorb that space. They're going to move forward. It's like playing a constant game of tug of war. Anytime you're lax for a second, they're just going to pull up that slack. So it's always about just taking every little bit they give you. A little bit straightforward on that attack, but, you got mad skills, so you want it. Nice pick there. Good patience. Good movement there. Maybe dash a second time there once she had those first couple shots out. Ooh. Down and up. I like that you're staying up top. That really put the pressure on him. Just a good shot by Dashwell. Sometimes you get cleared out. One thing we got to work on is Sky is not being so kids chasing a soccer ball. We do a good job of making sure we're getting counters in the base, but Sky scores. But I do notice oftentimes there'll be like 3 of us up there. We got to do a better job of like, all right, I got the clear. Everyone else get the hell out of here. Let's see. Holding B. I really like that spot there, protected from that sniper, but ready when people jump up to really be clearing B back out. I dig this spot. Putting the pressure on. Might have been a good place to do a little button hold there, but depending on how the comms were going. All right, I'm going to try to start keeping these a little bit shorter, right around 25 minutes, which is usually anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes of review, but nice work, Unstoppable. I definitely learned some stuff. Hopefully I gave you some things to work on. To everybody watching, if you want me to go over a POV of yours, or you got a map that you're desperately to learn some new things or want to see some stuff on, let me know. I think what I'll probably be doing is, just chunks of domination maps, just picking a random 5 minutes. And then on payloads, just choosing the push on the front half or the push on the back half. And just kind of doing it that way until I've done all the maps in a bunch of different POVs. So appreciate you if you made it this far. And hope you have a great night.